In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the outlet tube on an air compressor. The outlet tube transfers air between the cylinder and the tank on your air compressor. It's made out of aluminum, which helps to cool down the air as it leaves the cylinder. Because of the vibration within a compressor, after many years of use, it's not uncommon for the ends of the tube to crack and leak, at which time the tube will need to be replaced. Replacing the tube is easy to do, and we're going to show you how. Before we remove any parts, we want to drain the air out of the tank because some of these parts are under pressure. So I'll go ahead and open the drain on the tank and let all that air pressure out. We'll get started by removing the manifold cover. Next, we'll remove the two screws that secure the pump to the tank. Now just slide the pump assembly to the side and lift it away from the tank. Now remove the two screws that secure the top handle to the pump. There are three screws that secure the two halves of the pump cover. I'll remove those screws and then I can pull the back half of the cover away. Now remove the two filled wires, this one and one on the other side, as well as the ground wire. It's a good idea to make note of the color and location of each of these wires so you can refer to it when you reassemble. I'll use a couple pair of needle nose pliers to pull this connection apart. A flat bladed screwdriver for the ground connection. Now I'll rotate the pump out of the housing so I have access to the second filled connection. And again, I'll use my pliers to pull that connection apart. With the wire connections removed, now I can pull the pump away from the housing. Now that I have the pump assembly removed from the rest of the compressor, the next step is to remove the head bolts. Now I'll separate the pump, gaskets, and valve plate from the cylinder head. And I'll pull the outlet tube and tube seal away from the cylinder head. Now I'll remove the tube seal from the outlet tube. If the tube seal has any damage, you'll want to replace it. Now I need to remove the outlet tube from the tank hose. The two are held together with a special type of crimped clamp. To remove this, I'm going to use a pair of heavy-duty wire cutters. And I'll actually cut and rotate the clamp side to side until it breaks. We will destroy this clamp when removing it, so you'll need to order a new one. I'll slide the new clamp over the hose, install the hose onto the outlet tube, and now we'll secure the clamp. To do that, we'll use a pair of end nipper pliers. I just place the pliers over the tab on the clamp and squeeze. Now reinstall the tube seal and install the outlet tube and tube seal back into the cylinder head. And now reinstall the rest of the pump. I'll line up the cylinder gasket on the side that has the 5 valves. Those 5 valves go against the piston. Followed by the head gasket. If this gasket is damaged, you want to replace it as well. And now replace the cylinder head. Now we'll torque these bolts to between 49 and 55 inch-pounds. I'll torque the head bolts in a crossing pattern. Now we can place the pump back into the housing. I'll slide it in just far enough so we can make our first wire connection to the field. That's the white wire. Now I'll continue to slide the pump into the housing, lining up these feet with the grooves in the housing. Pull my wires through, and now I can connect the yellow wire to its filled connection. And now I'll re-secure the ground wire connection. With the pump wires reattached, now we can replace the rear housing cover and secure it with the screws. Now we can install the handle to the top of the pump and secure it with the screws. Now I'll place the pump back onto the isolator feet and slide it back. Now replace the screws that secure the pump. And finish up by replacing the manifold cover.